Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and join the family. My name is Edufia and you're welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to apply to a school in abroad, specifically US, Canada, London, Finland, wherever. It's a school. And so by the end of this video, the steps should be able to guide you in applying to a school in any of your dream country. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Ever since I came to Canada, I've been having a lot of DMs and messages from you guys asking me to show you how I came here and how I applied to my school, okay, and had my scholarship and everything. Guys, coming to abroad through school is not rocket science. It's a very easy process. It could be stressful sometimes, and that is why I'm here to give you the tips and the guidelines as to how to apply to a school. So now, the first thing to do when you want to apply to a school is to make sure you check the province or the state with which the school is in. Someone might ask, like, I don't have a school, why do I want to check the province or state? Because sometimes you might find out the school in which you're applying to isn't like, has like probably might be like a rural community, which probably, or might be a very cold place, for instance, if it has to do with Canada, or probably there's some curfew or something. So please try and make sure you check where the schools is located, which is either the province or the state, or yeah, those things should help you. Now, the second thing you need to look out for after you have checked out for the province is whether the school is a public or a private school. Now, for instance, with Canada, if you end up attending a private school, it means like one way or the other, especially if you're an international student, you would like have to go back and then study in a public school because you'll be unable to get a work permit. And that's one thing a lot of agents don't tell their clients. They're like, because a lot of students are really focused on moving to abroad, they're like, oh, okay, I can help you, and then they take like huge sums of money, and then you come like they take you into a private school, and at the end of the day you realize like you can't work in Canada, and so after you can't work in Canada after school, so you'd have to go back to a public school to have your work permit, which is like would be a waste of money, and then you're going to spend like so much time like for nothing. So please make sure your school or the school you're applying to is a public school and it is well registered under the DLI. In Canada, DLI means Designated Learning Institute. Please try and make sure your school is a public school and also is registered under DLI. For those in the US, I would say you should consider land grant schools. Land grant schools are more or less like state schools where there's so much fun going out to international students. So you could just go to Google and just type land grant schools, and then they are like just going to appear. Choose any land grant school of your choice, and then like just move on with the steps I'm about to give you. And also with public schools and land grant schools, you have a high chance of earning scholarships in those institutions. So please take note of this. After doing these two things, you want to check the school's acceptance rate. Now, people don't know this. Sometimes you might have like good grades, everything might be perfect, and then you realize, oh, I was rejected. and then you feel like you're not good enough or your grades were not good enough. Sometimes it's not about the grades, it's just because you didn't look out for the school's acceptance rate. When I say acceptance rate, what do I mean? Acceptance rate is where the school has like a percentage in which they accept like students, and so a school might have a 90% acceptance rate. With this, you should know that you have a high chance of getting into the school even with like a good grades, even with good grades or with a very strong GPA, okay, and also with a very low or a very low GPA. So acceptance rate is very important. A school could have an acceptance rate of 20%. I wouldn't stake my bet on that school. Okay, so I could use myself as an example. I was really having good grades, and I saw a school which had an acceptance rate of 20%. I thought, oh, my grades are great, and so like they'll take me. The thing is, you are an international student. If you were a domestic student, which is like a student from the country, like you're a US citizen, a Canadian citizen, UK citizen, Finland citizen, you could have had a chance of getting into it. But you are an international student, and so if the acceptance rate is like low and you want to say, oh my good grades are good just like I did, and so I want to apply to that school, and then like because I'm special, like, and you say I want to apply to the school because I'm special and definitely they're going to pick me. Like, no, the system works, and so like stay away and then don't go in for it, because like you won't be doing yourself any good, trust me. So yeah, that was my story. The acceptance rate was 20. I said I'll shoot, and I didn't get into it. I knew very well I was like sticking my bets at the wrong place, but I still did it, and now I have a story to tell you guys. So please don't do that. Check for the acceptance rate. Now you might be wondering, so what acceptance rate should I consider? I will kind of like look out for a school that has an acceptance rate of 50, which isn't bad, probably 40, you could try, but like, like in between that, it's not too bad, like from 45 upwards, because we have schools which has acceptance rate of 60%, 65, which I think is really good. So please check that out. Now the next thing is, after checking the school's acceptance rate, now move forward to check for overall funding, like if the school has funding, because as an international student, you would have to like be paying your accommodation, your feeding, your expenses and everything. And so if the school doesn't like meet you halfway or doesn't support you in any way, it tends to become very difficult to find out if the school has funding. After you check that, move on to the school's website, because like already on the website, so go to the website and check for their graduate programs. After you have checked their graduate programs, please make sure you go through each program and then choose a program of your choice. Now there's this thing a lot of people do. If you're new and you're coming outside and you want to study here, I always tell people, I'm advising people, do not choose a program because of societal acceptance or because people look at you in any way. Like, abroad is abroad, and then trust me, you get a place to stick your neck, okay? Like, you get a place to work after or even when you are in school. And then studying in abroad is kind of like different from your home country. There's definitely going to be a fast difference, and the only thing that can keep you going is when you have an interest in the program. So please try as much as possible to choose a program that you have an interest in, otherwise you're going to like struggle so hard. We have a lot of like smart students who come from their home countries to abroad, like US, UK, Canada, like I am in Canada, and so we have a lot of students who come here and then like they cry because they say, oh my god, the course is too difficult and I can't, and this, and like they say a lot of things because it's not easy. Okay, so choose a course that you're comfortable with. And someone will say, how will I know if the course is difficult or not? If you go through the course, so after you've gone through the graduate programs, okay, which is like each school is being listed, sorry, each program is being listed, each program has its website as well. So click on that program. It's going to take you to the program's website, and you're going to show you the courses that you'll be pursuing when you are admitted. And also, aside from that, the course has its bio, and so it gives you a brief introduction as to what the course is about, and that could tip you off to know if you are really fit for a course or if you are not fit for that course, and that would really help you. So all the best and do that. I mentioned funding. Now you'd also need to check if the program has funding, because like funding is very important. Like go through the program's website to see if the school gives out funding to other people, like to incoming students, like international students, or if a lecturer is undertaking a project and then he needs the help of like students to kind of undertake that project, and that way they're probably willing to support you. So please look out for that. So after you've checked for the funding, now please go ahead and check out the course requirements. People don't look out for this as well. So the course requirement would give you would show you what CWA is required. What GPA is required. CWA is like more or less like GPA, so like CGPA. So the course requirements will let you know what CW or CGPA is required, and then what program, what kind of people they are accepting into the program, or like they will just give you every detail that you need to apply. And then you as an individual should run an eligibility test on yourself if you are prepared to go in the program, or if you have all the requirements or necessary details to go for the program, to apply for the program. And that is the basic steps or tips that you need to apply for a program. Now, aside from that, you're going to see things like you need to submit a statement of purpose, a statement of interest. You need to probably make sure you have a supervisor before you start the program, or make sure you take the supervisor. You would see a lot of things like that. And so in the subsequent videos, I'm going to be teaching you how to email a supervisor to return to your email as quick as possible, because sometimes people email supervisors and it takes them forever, but maybe it takes them forever to get back to you, and it could be because you didn't write your email the right way, or you left out some important things, or you just do not know how to email a supervisor because you are new to this process. So you are at the right place, and I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm trying to make this video very brief as much as possible so that you can have the chance to move on to the next video and watch how to email a professor. I hope this video was very helpful to you. If it was, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it across the whole wide world, and let people have an advantage, or like kind of learn from this. I hope that you are able to write something and then start your application process to go into any of your dream countries and study. Thank you, and I'll be back with more and interesting videos. Peace. Bye.